Brachypelma.
Render full start.
Okay, so hi everyone, thanks for tuning in today. Gav from Tarantulas, as you probably already know. So as I just said a minute ago, this one here is a look at my Brachypelma genus, so see which ones I've got. And I went through them, I think a couple of weeks ago, and I had quite a few slings of different Brachypelmas. I've had a couple that have since passed, so I'm just going to have a look and see which ones I do have, because I thought I nearly had all of them, but obviously I think I'm aware I don't now, possibly 4. So I'm going to go through them, have a look, you can see with me, and then see which ones I haven't got, and then that's the ones I'm going to look for next. So hope you enjoy it. Let's get straight into this one, and we'll go through and we'll feed some of them as well. So if you do enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, comment anything you like. If you notice there's some I haven't got in this genus, please leave a comment below and we'll get on them. I think there's about 3 or 4, possibly even more, that I haven't got, but I do think it's only about 4. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, so first one I have, you can see molt there, where my finger is, and if you can see down here where I'm tapping, that is the tiny sling that has basically just molted. So I won't be feeding that one at all today, so give it a little water and we'll leave that one be. But as I'm going through this now, I've just collected all my Brachypelmas and realised I've had a few more die than what I thought. So I've lost Brachypelma albiceps, Brachypelma classi, and there is another one I lost as well, but I've forgotten the name of that one. But I'll show you what I do have and we'll add them all up at the end. Okay, so here's my Brachypelma Albopilosum female Honduran curly hair. I'll put a picture up now so you can see the different colorations between the two forms. Are a docile species, although this individual does bite and is aggressive, so I think it's just down to her on this one. I have a Brachypelma Albopilosum, a Nicaraguan form as well. So this one's larger, and I'll show you now. I did suspect this one to be female, but I was waiting on the next molt, and as you can see, she completely annihilated it. Just like tore it apart, pulled it. She wouldn't let me take it off her. She's ripped it all up. There's bits over there. I don't know what she was doing with it. She just threw it all over the place. So I can't confirm that definitely yet, but I am thinking that. So let's just see if she's hungry. She molted 2 weeks ago, so she should more than likely be hungry, but she takes a bit of time, this one. Oh, go, made me jump. Yep, she's hungry. There we go, so that's another Brachypelma Albopilosum. Off she goes. Okay, next up we have Brachypelma verdeze. Give this one a water and we will see if take some food. But I think in one of my previous videos I did say this one here hardly ever eats, once every few weeks, and has molted recently, so it isn't due for a molt, but very, very stubborn eater, so we will try on this one. Okay, see if he or she will take. Cricket's having a quick drink. Okay, so if any of you recognise this from one of my previous videos, this is my Brachypelma vagans, and he will always come out. This one here, he always eats. And this one I named Deadpool. He's coming straight to me. Let's have a look. No, was he undecided? There we go. He's always a good taker, this one. Okay, and here is another one. This is another Brachypelma vagans as well. As I said, I have had a few different ones perish. All slings. I did want to raise them from slings, but I do really want to get every single one of the Brachypelma genus. So I am going to see what I'm left to get with after this, and I'll put it on the screen. But this is another Brachypelma vagans. I've not named this one. We'll see if this one's hungry. She's a bit bigger. I do think this one is a female and is a bit bigger than Deadpool, as you can see. Completely different temperament to Deadpool, the previous Brachypelma vagans you saw. He will actually strike at pretty much anything. And this one's very, very chilled. As you see, she's not even bothered. Sometimes I think that she's not hungry and take the food away, but I've noticed that if I leave it there, she does take it. She just takes her time. Okay, next we have Cal, my Brachypelma Callenbergi. And this one I've had since a 1 centimetre sling, and getting on to a good size now, definitely grown on. So it's definitely a juvenile. I'll see if I can bring it out, but since this one was a sling, would never ever come out and was a burrower, but now it's changed his enclosure and he will actually sit out and stay in the open. So as soon as he gets a bit bigger, and this one is quicker than he looks. There we go. Still got a reddish tint at the moment on this one though, but one of my faves. So that's the Brachypelma Callenbergi. Okay, this one here, if you can guess already, this is Peach, my Brachypelma Amelia. Absolutely one of my faves in the genus, just from the attitude of this one, where she runs around with her bum in the air and she just has a little bit of attitude. But let's just see if she is hungry. She molted a good few weeks ago. Yep, she is. I'm not going to give her anything else because you can see her abdomen's quite large. Very, very good eater, this one. There we go. So that's the Brachypelma Amelia. This one is Lucas, my Brachypelma hamorri, Mexican red knee. Getting on to be a good size, this one now. And I do think this one is a male, although I'm unsure because the molt, again, the last one was a bit destroyed. So I am waiting for the next one, which I did think he or she was in pre-molt because we refused food for, I think, 5 weeks. So I thought it was in pre-molt and then just took some. So straight away, because I went to do some tank maintenance, give some water, and I got a food response. So I fed him or her and she took, so she wasn't in pre-molt. So I'll try again now. Let's get a small one. No, completely not interested. Take that back. Right, so conclusion. I don't have as many as what I thought I did. So I did some research and I think there's 21 species, and there's probably a couple of more, but the ones that you can get in the hobby, I think there's only about 14 or something like that in the UK, and some of them you just don't come across. So I did have 12, but I've lost some just through deaths and stuff like that. I thought I still had a few more, but obviously I've got so many altogether that I don't know the exact amount. So I've just gone through them all now, obviously recorded some of them, but I literally have the Brachypelma verdezi, Brachypelma Callenbergi, Brachypelma Albopilosum, both variations: Brachypelma amelia, Brachypelma hamorri, and Brachypelma vagans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I technically have 6, and I didn't even know that there was some of these here that Sabulosum, then you've got Fusarium, Andrewi, Eroseps, I knew the ornatum, Chirodere, I think it is, I'm trying to get that one, and Baumgertoni. Cannot pronounce that properly, but those are ones I have seen that they're in the hobby that I can get hold of down here. The Smithy, not seen any of those around at the minute. Classy, I did have, died. Albiceps died, Bohemi died, so I need to get those again. So they were all slings and they just died, very, very tiny. So 6. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I still have 6 that are doing very, very well and strong in my collection. I will try and get more. So if anybody does see any being sold somewhere, or anybody has some that they don't want or they want to sell on, please leave a comment below, because I want to collect as many as I possibly can of those. So I hope you enjoyed. So thanks very much.